Hello, this is Rob Makalek with Mastermind Software. We're going to show you very briefly, how to do a very simple mass email out of GoldMine, reaching across a number of different GoldMine contacts and sending out through using a template. So this is really going to be a three-step process. We're going to set up an email template. Then we're going to select the group that's going to receive the mastermind or going to receive the outgoing emails, and then we're going to put the two together by actually scheduling a mass email. So to start with, we're going to set up the email itself, the template. So if you go to my favorite way to go to it is just up here, click on Documents, and that opens up a Documents tab. And we're going to create a new email. We're going to say New here. And the subject line for our email template is going to be you need a need. And then down here, the actual content, I happen to have put some into my paste buffer already. So this is going to be our email that we're going to be sending. Now, of course, we want to make sure that our headline says the proper thing. And just a couple of other things about email templates. You can put in merge fields from GoldMine itself. So if you started out with an email that just said John, and let's say I copied this from another location, you might decide we're going to insert from each GoldMine record just the first name pulled from each GoldMine record so that each outgoing email is unique. And we can add the user's full name here. You can also, if you have defined it in GoldMine, have an entire email block, a signature file that goes at the bottom like so. So having set up our template now, we can move on to the second part of this, which is to, there is one other thing I wanted to show you here, which is if you want for words in your document to actually have a hyperlink to your website, that's probably a very good idea, so that there's some sort of sensible follow-up to receiving your email, and so the person can get more information. So now we've got a link there. So we'll save that template. Second part is to create our filter of who's going to receive the email. We can do this with filters, groups, SQL queries. Groups in GoldMine are especially useful in my opinion, and you can use, if you don't have good ways of managing the members of GoldMine groups, you can use Mastermind to do that on a very convenient mass basis. So we're going to, in this case, we're just going to set up a new filter. We'll call it Suspects and Prospects, which are two different kinds of records in our database, and we'll just define that for GoldMine here. So this filter has record ID, PQR, record type, rather, equal to suspect or equal to prospect. So we've set up our conditions there, and then we can just double check by right-clicking on here to count how many records are in our database that meet those criteria. We've got 194. Now that's not necessarily 194 email addresses, that's 194 records that are candidates for receiving this email. And now we're ready to send. So we can go up to our actions menu and go to begin email merge. We're going to put these parts together. We're going to choose the template that we sent to. So the template was created by me, or by Rob, under this user. So we're going to find it here in the list under my name, template Thneed. You need a Thneed. And of course those can be shared across users. And then we want to choose the recipient. The recipients of the email are going to be members of the filter that I just created called Suspects and Prospects. And now I have some choices about whether I want to only send to the primary email address of each record or send to the primary and additional ones, as well as I can filter out ones that I don't want to send it to based on merge codes. And each email address, we're talking about email merge codes, not the mail merge at the contact level, but the actual each email address can have its own merge codes that as long as the value that you put in here is contained in that email merge code, then that email would be a candidate to receive the email that you're sending out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the OK button, and we'll queue these for delivery. If I was only sending to about 20 or so, I could check send now. But in this case, we've got a larger number, and most email hosts will not accept, because of anti-spam, most email hosts will not send out that many emails all at once. You can see them all getting queued up here in our email center. And as it turns out, there are 139 email addresses in the candidate records that we want to send to, and you can see each one of these has a unique first name here that it's sending to, and so on. So these are ready to go. Now we could just hit the send button. As I mentioned, there are issues with sending larger than about 20 or so emails at a time. Most email hosts will stop you. So either have the type of SMTP provider that allows you to send mass emails, which is one possibility. But if you use just sort of an ordinary email host and don't have any special deal there, then what you can do is select, let's say, the top 20 or so, and I chose the top one, and doing shift and click, so I get between the top and the bottom one that I click, and then right click on it and hit send, and that would send just the ones that I've highlighted. It happens fairly quickly, and then select the next batch and hit send. And by doing that, you can send out 200 or 500 emails actually fairly quickly in small batches. So that's it. Thanks for watching.